What's up, y'all? It's Saweetie, and this is Goat Talk with Complex. Greatest sneaker of all time, I'm gonna have to go with the Jordan 1. I feel like those are the most colorful and they really just are a mood. So I feel like I got big feet. I mean, it is what it is. And those shoes make my feet look small, so I love it. They gonna fight me, and I know I'm gonna make them mad, but every time I go into Urban Outfitters, they take all my money. I mean, I'm kind of basic. I'm like tomboy, fly basic. And I feel like Urban Outfitters always speaks to me, so. Honestly, the greatest mall store of all time, especially when I was in high school, I would have to say Hot Topic. For me, they had the screen tees, they had the colored jeans, they had the cheetah print pants during like the Vans era. So I love me some Hot Topic. You know, when we think of cars, we think of like expensive ass cars, sports cars. But I recently just bought a HELLCAT, and every time I'm in my HELLCAT, I feel like I'm the president. It's a masculine car. So when I pull up at the gas station or in a parking lot and there's like females around and my music is bumping, like I think they think it's a male because I can see their demeanor. It's like real pretty girl mood vibes, and then when I hop out, it's like, oh bitch, it's you. I would have to say fish sinigang. I can eat sinigang all day, all night with some rice and a Sprite. I mean, y'all already know what time it is. The greatest snack food of all time is hot Cheetos. I love getting my hot Cheetos, rubbing it in between my fingers, eating the Cheetos. After the bag is gone, I'ma lick the hot sauce off my fingers with a cold Capri Sun. I'm good.
And this one I feel like is a conversation a lot lately, but greatest meal concoction of yours of all time?
I would have to say ranch with my spaghetti. It makes my soul melt every time I bite into some ranch with some spaghetti. So definitely ranch with some spaghetti. Greatest movie of all time? Okay, I take movies very serious. So this question is kind of hard for me. I'm a big cartoon head. I love me some Monsters, Inc. People come over to my house and they're like, whose kids was you babysitting? But it's just like me just watching hella Disney or Pixar movies. Greatest TV show of all time, I'm gonna have to say Snowfall. I just binge watched all 4 seasons. It's just crazy because I can see a lot of like my dad and my mom and some of the characters because they're around in that era. And even just some of the music selection. My dad is a huge hip hop head. So just hearing tracks that he would bump when I was a kid, it was very nostalgic. I'm gonna have to say Denzel. I always throw on one of his movies for comfort to make me feel like I'm at home. And then greatest actress of all time? I mean, y'all could fight me, but every time I put on a Queen Latifah movie, I just feel like I like movies that make me feel like I'm at home only because I'm in LA and I work so much. So if we're talking about books, I love to read. I love The Alchemist because I think it just helps you be comfortable with where you're at in life, what your purpose is, what your intention is, and your journey and plan. But shout out to Sister Soldier because she definitely did her thing with the coldest winter ever. The greatest IG account, I'm gonna have to say Diamante Harper, only because she serves fashion, looks, business, philanthropy, content, comedy, acting, moods, vibes, makeup, beauty. I mean, her account is just full of great content.
What do you think is the greatest marketing or content idea that you've done?
I think the greatest content and marketing idea that I did was actually during quarantine. According to other people, because I don't want it to be like a self-proclaimed thing. I think that's kind of corny. But I think what really set it off though, and what really got a lot of eyes on my profile was the Friday skit when I was playing Felicia, Smokey, and Craig.
I need to borrow your car right quick. What kind of shit is that? Most people want to borrow sugar. They even ketchup. You want to borrow my car? Hell no.
I mean, when I think of just pioneers and black girls, I think of Rihanna. I think she's a great blueprint, and she just shows us what's possible and what we're capable of.
And then next it'll be Saweetie's beauty line.
Oh, definitely. Saweetie's beauty line is coming out real soon. You know, your girl got her hands in multiple things, and makeup, skincare, beauty is definitely a lane that I'm gonna get into. Ooh. Fast motion. She's really coming for everybody in that video. I don't know what was going on in her head, but the transitions, the outfit changes, the glam, the sports, the talent. I really love WizKid's Made in Lagos album. I feel like it suits every vibe. I can be pre-gaming, I can be cooking, I can be cleaning, I can be on a phone call. I really enjoy the positivity and happiness that comes with listening to Made in Lagos. So I think it's up there.
Is that what you would say is the greatest of all time, or just like recently?
I think as of recently, I think greatest of all time, we'd really have to comb through the history of music, because that's just really hard. I mean, between R&B, hip hop, I mean, there's so many albums. There's Keisha Cole, there's Kanye West, there's Lil Wayne, there's Tidra Moses, there's Biggie, there's Tupac. I mean, you can't really, that's hard. I think the greatest J. Cole song of all time, at least a song that really just makes me feel something, is Cost Me a Lot. And that was a mixtape song. The mainstream people don't know too much about that. See, the greatest Nicki Minaj song of all time, I feel like we have to go into two different libraries. It's like mixtape Nicki and like mainstream Nicki. So mixtape, I think Itty Bitty Piggy is the obvious choice. A song I really just loved with the depths of my soul was Higher Than a Kite. I just love the feeling of it. And then mainstream, I think a verse that gets overlooked a lot is I Wanna Be With You. Cause she was really like spitting really fast, and she was articulating every word. So I don't know, that's hard. When it comes to like mood, like do I need to be inspired? Do I feel like a bad bitch? What am I doing? Cause I feel like that really changes the perspective of the greatest rapper of all time. Cause I'm a mood girl. For inspiration, I'm saying Tupac. My mom, my dad would play him almost every day, morning, afternoon, and night. And I love that he really loved women. It made you proud to be a black woman. He made you proud to be in your skin. And I think people like that is really important, especially for a group that is constantly oppressed and experiences injustices. He made you feel like it may not be okay right now, but it's gonna be all right later. If I'm out partying, having a good time, I'm putting on that Saweetie. I feel like she just gives good vibes. She makes you feel like a bad, pretty bitch that can get to the bag. I mean, she ain't there yet, so I wouldn't say greatest of all time because there's a lot of room for improvement. But if we just talking about clubbing and enjoying life, I'm putting on that Saweetie.